Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to What She Said Sports. We're outside. Y'all know this time of year, I love to be outside on location. I'm outside on location. All right. So, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button on your way in. Okay. So, if you saw the thumbnail, been paying attention, Colorado Buff players that are in the NFL had a debut today. The players, Shiloh Sanders, Will Shepard, Travis Hunter, Cameron McCraig, and BJ Green. Okay. And y'all know, we want to start off with something pretty light. And I just want to give a congratulations and a happy birthday. So congratulations to Sheduer Sanders balling out yesterday. We'll get to him. We'll get to him. We'll get to him. But for now, we get ready to celebrate who? Coach Prime. Coach Prime. It's Coach Prime's birthday. It is Colorado Buffs, the legendary Deion Sanders, Coach Prime's birthday. All right. So, birthday cake up the chat. Stop by Coach Prime's page and wish him a happy birthday. This is a big one for him, right? For obvious reasons. Also, I'm keeping my eye on the Titans in Tampa Bay. So I started watching Travis Hunter. He played some snaps on both sides of the ball, which was great to see with Jacksonville. They had him double and triple coverage. So, he did what Travis does, but they took him out the game. Obviously, they don't want him to get hurt. He will get hurt with three people trying to tackle him at the same time. So, he did good while he was in there, right? It shows he's the man, right? Because if I'm sending all of my defenders to cover him, then I know he's the one. So, he did what he does. He caught the ball, he defended some people, but we didn't get to see much unless he came back later in the game. But what I saw, I was just happy to see. He's the man that they focused on in Jacksonville. The defense, when they play, they obviously are trying to stop Travis Hunter on offense. And when, he's on defense, obviously, what his goal is. So he was out there today. He looked good on his way in. I think the Buffs posted some footage of him on the way in. I was like, oh, they grow up so fast. He looks so grown. You can see his wedding ring. He's married. I was like, oh my God. So, with each NFL game, these guys come into their own. He looked focused. He wasn't the jolly guy, but you could tell he was focused on what's getting ready to go down, playing on both sides of the ball. So I'm happy that Travis has the opportunity to live out his dream in the NFL on both sides of the ball. So moving on. Shiloh. Okay, so I'm still watching the game, right? I'm still watching the game to see if Shiloh is going to get an opportunity. I went up and down the list, the stats, the player stats. On defense, he wasn't listed. I didn't see him. It's a million commercial breaks, but I still didn't see Shiloh. So I'm thinking he didn't get in this game. On Jacksonville, I don't think I looked for Cam and BJ Green. I need to go back and do that. If anybody knows if they got in the game, let me know. I was so focused on Travis, I forgot to look on defense. So Shiloh is fourth string. He's the last safety, free safety on the depth chart. In the fourth position, he did not play today. They were focused on a player who's a cornerback named Robert Parrish. He made some good plays. But as far as safety, I didn't see Shiloh. So let me know if y'all see Shiloh. And then there's the Green Bay Packers. So I was looking because I was kind of interested in that game. I'm gonna have to go back and watch and kind of see what happened because all the games kind of came on within 30 minutes of each other. So you had Jacksonville at the same time. You had, I think, Green Bay. Somebody was at 7, somebody was at 7:30. So I've been kind of hopping all over the place. One of the takeaways from the Bucks game, not for Shiloh, other than I didn't see him, maybe the next game, is the Titans. So Cam Ward was out there at one point. He was 5 of 8, pretty good to me. They have him and another QB out there playing snaps, somebody, Allen or somebody. But it was the announcer, I think it was Rondé Barber, who said, if Cam Ward is a starter, I'm like, what do you mean if? He's the number 1 overall pick. when you're the number one overall pick as a QB, first round QBs are inherent QB1s. They wanted Jackson Dart to be QB1, right? But he failed. You never heard anybody say anything about him competing for QB1. They were going to make him QB1. So it looks like they're trying to change the rules, guys. 17-32 is happening. That's just further proof. I don't know why the hell Cam is competing with a backup that clearly is not a starter. Why he can't compete with Will Levis because he got hurt. So he competing with somebody last name Allen. I don't even know who that is. But the fact that somebody could sit up and say out loud, if he's the starter, why wouldn't he be the starter? Didn't you take him number one because he was, in your mind, the best quarterback coming out of college? So that's what I mean by 17-32. Somebody had posted on X earlier. It's crazy how the reporter's sitting up talking about, they don't never talk about Cam. He's the least talked about first overall pick. I'm like, that's intentional. That's intentional. So good luck to Cam. Brandon Allen. That's who it is. He came out of Arkansas. Good luck to Cam. They putting him through it too, making him compete with a backup, making him compete with the guy that failed for, I mean, when you pay a guy $48 million guaranteed first overall, he doesn't compete. Not at the quarterback position. I'm looking at Steve Shiloh on the field because Tampa's on defense. I don't think so. Let me know if y'all see him. So I said I'm keeping an eye on the game, but I don't see him. As for Will Shepherd and Green Bay, I went look for him. Looked all the way through the Green Bay stats. It's Jordan Love versus Justin Fields. I was like, I'll get back to the quarterback part later. Let me check out. Oh, Shiloh on the field. Shiloh on the field. Shiloh on the field. He in the backfield. He in the backfield. Okay, they put Shiloh out there. 14 minutes left in the third quarter. Okay, so he came out in the second half. Okay. I don't know if that was him that made the pass break up or not, but it was an incomplete pass. Let's see. Shiloh on the field, y'all. So Shiloh is playing against the second string quarterback for the Titans, Allen. It looks like somebody was going to try to sack him, but they touched him, maybe because he threw the ball, right? All right, let's see. Shiloh on the field. Check it out. All right, he in the backfield. He on the left side of the screen, facing left. So he's on the left side. They zoomed in. Okay, there we go. In position. Complete pass. It wasn't his guy. Remember, Shiloh, for a lot of Buff fans, this is educational. The defensive line for Tampa is doing his thing, right? The cornerbacks for Tampa doing his thing. Then it's the free safety. So that's the way they have it lined up. All right, so Allen for the Titans is back. I want to see him against Cam, but hey, I guess we gotta wait. But he's out there, guys. He's out there. All right, let's see what happens. We have waiting for the ball to be snapped on Tennessee side. All right. Handed it off to the running back. They stopped it. They stopped the running back. So, all right. So Shiloh in the game. Oh, there he is. 28 Sanders on the screen. There he is, Shiloh. All right, he in there. That's good. He's in the huddle. They're in the huddle. He's in the backfield with Wisdom. I checked Wisdom out. He's on their roster too. He's another safety, I think. Yep, the camera's focused on Shiloh. The cameraman be knowing what time it is, right? They know who's who. All right. Good defense on his guy. Shiloh screen is listed as red. 28-R. What does that mean? Strong safety 1, Smith, Merriweather, Wisdom. It says Sanders 28-R. What's the R mean? Does anybody know what the R means? They did the same thing for Parrish, the guy I was telling you about, the left corner, and Morrison. What does the -R mean? I don't know what that means. It didn't matter what position you were in it in terms of depth chart. It just had an R by it. Like in college, it would be redshirt freshman. All right, somebody just sacked number 10. Who was that? Did Shiloh sack him? Let's see the replay. Shiloh was clapping his hands, so something went down. Somebody blitzed the QB. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shiloh blitzed the QB. Yeah, that was Shiloh. Shiloh blitzed the QB. I told y'all, if the NFL hires Shiloh to do blitzes, they're going to get their money's worth. Shiloh is making plays. All right. All right. Shiloh Sanders. Safety, Colorado. Okay, rookie. That's what the R means, rookie. Okay. And if y'all said it, I'm so busy looking at the TV. So that means rookie. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Not red shirt, but rookie. Ha ha. Okay. All right, Shiloh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shiloh blitz the QB, y'all. All right. He got him a place. He got him a place. That means we should see him next week also. Hopefully early on and more often. Parrish been out there for a minute. So Shiloh looking good. Not just pass breaking up, blitzing a QB. I'm telling you, he's good at that. He's good at that. Coach Prime was on social media, yesterday during the game. So he probably on there today. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Waiting for Allen, Tennessee. Snap the ball. Ball is snapped. Red jerseys everywhere. Red jerseys everywhere. Red jerseys everywhere. All right. So they got to the running back. No, that's the wideout. Let's see. Shiloh came to help. Headache gang is doing headache gang things. He was trying to take him down. All of the red jerseys was around. And Shiloh looked like he's going to do a wrestling move. That is hilarious, y'all. Shiloh doing it, y'all. Shiloh doing it. He doing it. Hit the like button on your way in. Shiloh balling out. Skull Buffs, let's go. Okay. Good tackle. Good tackle. Shiloh, is that Shiloh? That's number 34. I'm trying to see what shoes Shiloh have on because sometimes that's all you can see. They be moving so fast. His name got on the screen. That's good. That's good. Shiloh making a squad. Understand that. I see his jersey. They showing Sanders on the screen. I'm trying to see his shoes. He got his chain on, y'all. You know them Sanders boy play with their jewelry. They play with their chains on. All right. Trying to see what kind of shoes Shiloh have on. He need to have on some red shoes so I can know it's him. Okay. Shiloh on the tackle. The defensive lineman got him. I think Shiloh just went to help out. Shiloh looking good. Looking good. There's Sanders on the screen again. Sanders on the screen again. Let's look at the replay. Oh, Shiloh was helping on that. Oh, Shiloh was helping on that tackle. Shiloh and a defensive lineman. Shiloh going to make that squad. We're going to be seeing Shiloh play on Sunday because he hustling out there. Parrish on the sidelines. I hope it's not an or Parrish or Shiloh. They play different positions. One is a corner, one is a safety. But Shiloh is hustling out here. Aggressive. Looking like the Colorado red zone defense. Shiloh was in on the mix too. They trying to get to the red zone. Shiloh like, ain't happening, partner. Ain't happening. Y'all, Shiloh balling. Yeah, Shiloh all in the mix. That's good. Okay. Shiloh playing like a linebacker. He getting to up with the same. Look at Bowles standing there smiling. Did y'all see Bowles smiling on the screen? Looking like a proud dad, along with the coach with, I guess that's the defensive coordinator. They standing there smiling. Okay, they get into the red zone. And Allen steps back trying to figure out what to do. He throws it. Pass break up. It didn't happen. Shiloh. Is that Shiloh or is that 22? This is good. That was 48. Okay, 7-13. Bucks up. 13-7. So they stopped they prevented the touchdown. That's looking good. Okay, so they go on a commercial. Coach Ty Bowles said that he was seriously focused on the defensive game, the secondary, the corners. That's one of his big priorities. So he got the right guy at Shiloh. Shiloh is bringing the intensity, but he's productive. He's blitzing the quarterback. He's helping the linebackers tackle. Every time there's a tackle, he's in on it. He's fourth string. He need to probably move on up a little bit, but we're going to get there. But he going to make the squad Ty Bowles and look like the defensive coordinator standing there, arms folded, looking at each other. with nothing but involuntary smiles. In other words, they couldn't help smile. So Shiloh out here doing it. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Them Sanders boys, both of them going to be in the league. I think both of them going to be playing on Sundays. They got to get through a little bit of the politics that's happening, right? But the production is undeniable. The production is undeniable. Shiloh is doing well. Welcome, everybody. If you're hanging out with us, let's see how many people there are. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I know this is early for us. I know this is early. I know it's early, but I'm going out tonight, so you know I had to come on here, and plus the game is on, so I'm like, let me just stay focused on the game, and I will go live a little earlier, and I'll be back tomorrow. But waiting on a commercial break. Let me see what y'all are saying while we on commercial. Let me turn some music on because we know we got a vibe in here. Welcome to What She Said Sports Lounge. Let's get that music going. All right, y'all know what time it is. Shiloh doing the damn thing. Shiloh doing the damn thing. All right, I'm still on commercial break. Let me look in the comments to see what y'all talking about. Hey, everybody. Hey. Still on commercial. Hey, Bumpy, how you doing? Night Owls activated. What's up? What she said? Hey, Gracie. My day one moderator holding it down. All right, the game is back on. Sundays with the crew, and they spelled it with a K like they do in New Orleans. Don't miss Tampa Bay's biggest party all season. Limited season passes available. Sundays with the crew. If I was in Tampa, I definitely want one of those. Okay. All right, they back. Let's see. Okay, they on offense. So I guess I could watch Cam a little bit. Let's see if Cam is Cam. No, this offense for Tampa. Okay, I don't know nobody on offense, so let me see what y'all talking about. We'll wait for Shiloh to come back. Happy Saturday. Been smiling since last night. I know that's right. Got lots to smile about. Hey fam, hit the like button, please. Yes. Hey Cynthia, it is prime time. Facts. Coach Prime and Snow. Oh, that's right. It's Snow's birthday too. Okay. Thank you for that. It's Snow's birthday too. I think I heard Coach Prime say DeAndre is the number 3 child because she had Snow on his birthday. That does boost you up. That boosts you up quite a bit. I'm sure Sheduer still the number 1 son. No, Bucky's the number 1 son. Bucky's the number 1 son. Maybe Shiloh is 2. Sheduer is 2. Bucky's the number 1 son for eternity from here on out in perpetuity. It says that like button is feeling neglected. Yes, show us some love. Excellent, Gracie. Excellent. Coach Prime and baby Snow's birthday. Yes. Selmo and his grandson. Yep, Selmo said. So thank y'all. Connor, I guess Teddy Bridgewater not gonna get out there because it's funny how Teddy Bridgewater joined, but he can't play. But they got Tyler Huntley in there within 24 hours of him joining the team. Blue Devil, how you doing? It said overkill on the tackle. Travis was already down. Okay. Yeah, Travis, they own him. Shiloh needs to be in the game. He in there. He got in there. I must have went live at the right time. Carolina did Jimmy wrong. Yeah, I didn't see much of Jimmy. Ted looked good, but and even with Leggett out, I mean, we kind of saw Jimmy early on. Why you think they did it wrong, Blue Devil? Let me know. I wanted to see him all game, but you know, I guess that's not gonna happen. Good evening. Hey Kane, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Moving the goalpost again, facts. Let's go, Shiloh. Elijah, how you doing? Welcome. Rookie. Okay, thank y'all. Y'all telling me what the R was for. Rookie, I appreciate it. Max said a defensive rush. That's what it was called. Rookie hell, I don't know. Yeah, it was rookie. Okay, Max. Okay. Peter said, let's go Shiloh. Facts. I'm still on the damn commercial break. All these commercials. Jeez. Maybe they're trying to force us to go to the game. Good grief. Let's go Shiloh. Yay. What channel you watching? NFL Network. The NFL Network. If you have a Samsung TV, I think it's on there when they, Samsung have their guide and everything. It's on there too. NFL Network. All these ads. What's up, chat? Oh, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Well, you're back, Alameda. Thank you for the email. Thank you so much. I replied today. Hopefully you got it. Shiloh was looking good out there. Yes, 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 yes. Terry Hatcher, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Bucky is number one. Them Colorado boys ain't no joke at all. They are the faces of the teams that they are on. Shiloh has been on the screen twice today. Well, 3 times, but the one time with his name and everything. And it's funny, Parrish was on the side, but I thought they could play at the same time. Okay, it looks like the punter getting ready to kick the ball or receive, or I don't know what he get ready to do. It said Jacob Parrish tackles Sheduer at the Colorado. He nice. Where did he go to school? You know? They like him for sure, but he's like second string, so I don't know why he out there. Is Shiloh on the punt return? Does anybody know? No, that's the offense. That's the offensive guy. Titans running it back. Titans running it back. I ain't see Shiloh. They should have had Shiloh out there. They should have had Shiloh out there. How many yards was that? Oh, they put Restrepo out there. So when I was watching earlier, I was like, bro, they ain't even put Restrepo out there. Restrepo is the receiver that came from Miami with Cam. He chose him to come with him. Something Sheduer should have had the opportunity to do. If not now, we'll get it later. Hell, it should be Jimmy. How many yards was that? Crochet. Does anybody know how many yards that was? They interviewing Bucks players. Let's see if they interviewing Shiloh. Hopefully he get back out there. It's been a while. One love to you in the chat. Hey, each one teach one. That's facts. No recipe needed. Bucky Urban. That's who's on the screen. Bucky Urban. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm watching 2 games. I'm watching 2 games too. I see why Coach Prime has 3 TVs. Yes. You know, I thought that was a little strange, but now I get it. It's a football house. And football is the family business. Okay. Shiloh is hype. Yep, Shiloh doing headache gang things. All of the buffs are good. I mean, that all of the buffs are standing out. Pay attention. All of the buffs are standing out. Now, Jimmy, in my opinion, when they let him play, I felt like early on he stood out, but they changed from. I think they had 2 drives with the first team, which you should be able to know. One of them was the first drive on defense, offense for was it Cleveland? Trying to see if I see Shiloh. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna have to entertain yourselves for a second. Something. Y'all know any other good players from Tampa besides Shiloh? I know we talked about Parrish. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think, yep, Shiloh got in there. Nope, that's not Shiloh. That's 38. Is Shiloh out there? I don't know if he's still out there, guys. They might have just, gave him some opportunities. He looked good, took him out the game. There's Teddy Bridgewater, number 16. I want to see him play. I'm surprised they didn't let him get out there, considering he's an 11-year vet. All right, let's see. That Shiloh's out there. I saw him. He just backed out the huddle. Okay, so he's out there. Uh-oh, ball deflected. 53 got it. 53 got it. Now that's what you call. They doing good on defense. That's what Tyler Bowles wanted. That's what he wanted. Shiloh gonna keep them boys hype. Cam don't look so happy. Okay, number 53 for Tampa. All right, we're gonna be watching Tampa. Tampa's still up 13-7, just got the ball back. Okay. No, Restrepo is crazy. He wasn't out there at first. He out there now, though. But that is crazy. I'm like, how you gonna not have the man? But see, that's what they be doing. They be playing. How was Travis today? When I saw him earlier, he was good. He was being triple teamed. So, he was doing good, but he was being triple teamed. Somebody sent me video from the game, but I haven't seen it yet. I gotta watch it. Maybe I share it tomorrow. Jacksonville scored. So who's winning that game? Anybody watching Green Bay to see Will Shepherd got in? People with multicast or multiple TVs. Let me know if anybody can see if Will Shepherd got in. It's later in the game. They might put him in now. Oh, that was funny. Grossi and Mary Kay been quiet. Now let me make y'all laugh about that. Okay, while we on commercial break. Well, you saw Sheduer walk up to Grossi and was like, hey, man, what I do? And everybody loves the way Sheduer handled it. Ian Rappaport said, I just want y'all to know this happens all the time. So they wanted people to know Sheduer wasn't doing anything that was untoward. Players go up to reporters all the time in a very professional way and like, hey, why you always hate on me, man? And, at the end of it, it was just an innocent exchange with Tony and Sheduer. But I like how the veteran reporters came out and said, yeah, this is something we see all the time. Players love to talk and find out why it is that they getting all this negative coverage, this, that, and the other. But here's my thing with the Browns people and reporters in general, like Tony Grossi and Mary Cabot. First of all, I still believe they were doing what they are paid to do. Mary Cabot, just like, what's his name? Andrew Berry. Mary Cabot, like Andrew Berry last night. Those two look like they hopped on the right side of the chip last night. What they did was Mary Cabot started her article out by calling Sheduer legendary. He had on his legendary chain. She started off her article calling him legendary. I was like, oh, okay. And you saw Barry on the screen last night looking like a proud uncle. So Grossi was the only one, I think, that hadn't said anything, positive or hadn't shown any positivity. But see, here's my problem with all of it, right? Mary Cabot was being negative, and Sheduer didn't do nothing for her to be negative. They went on the offense trying to tear him down. That's really what that was. So Sheduer was right to basically go to Tony and say something. Now, here's what happened that people don't like, okay? Now, somebody said, I think TMZ reported it, and everybody got it wrong. I posted it in the community. The haters were so jealous. They jumped out loud and wrong, hurling stereotypes yesterday. So, right here on your screen, it's Sheduer. And this is a Browns player. This man's name is Tony Brown. He went to Alabama. And yesterday, when we saw Sheduer coming in the tunnel, If you notice, I don't know if you know, but Tony, in his hand, he has like a spear. And he got some on his finger, but then he's pulling like his luggage. You know, that Sheduer got on his backpack. Tony pulling like a suitcase, a duffel bag. The duffel bag is sitting on a speaker. The speaker was playing, I don't know, something, but I know it was Sheduer's music, but they were like, oh, his entourage is coming through the tunnel playing his unreleased music. I'm like, his what? What make you think that's his entourage? Tony plays for the Browns. This was national media with this yesterday. Somebody said Derek Carr said it. I called it out because that's crazy. They so ready to hate that they loud and they're wrong. So this is Tony Brown. He's carrying something in his hand. They didn't even talk about that. All they saw was Sheduer with a chain on. Somebody heard the music. I don't know if you know, but there's a Browns player right behind Sheduer. Then there's a bunch of coaches behind Sheduer. So Sheduer and a bunch of players decided to come out the locker room hyped up with music playing. People liked it. But the haters brought up the same entourage comment that the New York Giants did. And they were wrong. They were wrong when the Giants said it, and they were wrong now. And you would think they would shut the hell up. You would think they would shut the hell up because they don't know what they're talking about. They didn't even notice what Tony had in his hand. They didn't even know Tony played for the Browns. They so ready to just say Sheduer is too black. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. They don't want this young man to be black. They want him to be scared to be who he is, which is why they try to break it. Tony plays for the Cleveland Browns. And they didn't even know who it was talking about it's his entourage. The Browns wouldn't let his entourage come in there playing no music. Those are players. And if you report on the NFL or you used to be in the NFL and you were an analyst, you should have just figured out who the hell it was first. And if you don't know, then shut the hell up. I'm going to get me a t-shirt that says shut the hell up. Maybe I'm going to use STHP or STHU. Shut the hell up. Loud and wrong. And people were like, that's a damn shame. I said, it's crazy how they comment on stuff and don't know what the hell they be talking about. But Andrew Berry and Mary Cat hopped on the right side of the ship. Mary Cabot is being like that auntie that your uncle divorced, but she still show up to the reunion with her potato salad with the raisins in it. Hey, y'all. I know y'all, I'm not married to y'all uncle no more, but y'all know me. Let me in. That's how she was acting. And really and truly, her and Andrew Berry were together at the reunion. Twice removed relatives, right? Meaning, you don't have no business here. You was talking about us. Stay on that side, but now you want to get in. Now you want to get a pass. Now she want to be in Sheduer's face. And she, in my opinion, if you listen to the interview, she be trying to ask all of the questions, and she don't want nobody else to ask the questions. There were quite a few black reporters in there, men. She really and truly be trying to, she'll ask Sheduer one question, and then somebody else question, and she ask another. It's a room full of people, lady. It's a room full of people. Let somebody else get a turn. It's like she just got to make herself the center of everything. It's like, it's not enough that, they funneling all the information through her, right? If I was Tony Grossi, I wouldn't say nothing about the Browns that are negative about the players if it ain't true, because they cut him off and let everything run through her. So, it was a good exchange. Veteran reporters came out and said it happens all the time. You know why they did that, right? They did that because they know people. Somebody was like, Sheduer need to stay in his lane. I'm like, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't think players talk to reporters? They always want to say, he doing this. He's just black, and they're not happy about it. And that should tell you why it's so many black guys in the NFL who scared to be themselves. It explains why. I told y'all they were scared of Myles Garrett. If that was Myles Garrett, they wouldn't have said nothing. But Myles Garrett is himself. Njoku, everybody was talking about how much Njoku likes Sheduer. I'm like, Njoku ain't no fool. He like, I'm gonna get to know Sheduer. You need chemistry on the field, right? So I want you to throw me the ball. People were like, Njoku like, this my QB1. I'm like, he felt like that. He was never afraid to embrace Sheduer publicly. I still ain't seen Jerry Jeudy. See, that's why they force Jerry Judy to share locker. That is why Mary Cabot has a pin tweet about Jerry Judy, because they got him already. They got to him. How they gonna force you to share locker with Flacco, and it's supposed to be a competition? And let me tell y'all something. They already on that. It's another commercial. They already on that. Oh, it's just a preseason game. I'm gonna be going in this week. Just be ready. I'm like, I don't give a damn if it was a preseason game or not. I want to see you put Dylan out there against Philly with the 3s and the 4s. Confirmed. They didn't play any of their starters unless they count Luke Floria as a starter. There was a play on 4th and 1. 4th and 1. What happens when it's 4th and 1? What kind of play do you typically run? It's the first quarter, 8 minutes left. What kind of play calling? What play do you typically call when it's 4th and 1? When it's 4th and 1, you need to just scoop. You just need to scoop. What play type? Do you run the ball? Do you pass the ball? Do you run the ball at 4th and 1? Do you pass the ball at 4th and 1? Well, guess what Kevin Stefanski did on that play that you watched Sheduer get sacked? He called a pass play for Sheduer to step out the pocket away 1 yard, a few yards back, to pass the ball to somebody when they only had 1 yard to go. And get this, instead of running it in, not only did he have Sheduer to go backwards to go 1 yard and pass the ball that maybe is going to get deflected against the ones, right? Number 74 didn't cover for Sheduer. Go watch the play. Go watch the play. Go watch the play. Tampa's still out there. I'm looking to see that's defense. I'm looking to see if I see Shiloh. So, y'all know when it's 4th and 1, you don't pass the ball. You don't send the quarterback backwards out the pocket to get 1 yard. You don't do that. You just hand it to the running back. He was already right there. All he had to do was scoot forward, and they would have had a first down. Andrew, so now that Andrew Berry is actually being nice. Somebody trying to start smoke? That's not Shiloh, though. Now that Andrew Berry is being nice to Sheduer, he got invited to the cookout and he snuck in the back and we ain't kick him out yet. I want to see if he gonna protect Sheduer from Stefanski's suspect play calling. See, when you want to smile in somebody's face and take credit for them being in your organization, even though I know you set him up too, I'm gonna be quiet about that topic because I want to see if you're gonna protect him from Stefanski. I want to see, as the general manager, are you gonna be like, look, I can't tell you who to play, but you got to protect the quarterback. I want to see. He want to be a proud uncle. Let me see if he gonna pull Kevin Stefanski coattail. See, right after the draft, there was a post going around, and I didn't know if it was true or not because I didn't know these people, and I kind of still don't personally, so I couldn't tell whether it was true or not. But an anonymous source said, I know Kevin Stefanski, and he didn't want Sheduer on the team. You know what I said today? I see it. So all of that, when he was being rude early on, that was him. All of that telling Sheduer on draft night, God works in mysterious ways. See, here's the thing. When you say that out loud to somebody that God is showing love and favor and blessings to, and you try to take them down, ooh, baby, you're going to need mercy. You are going to need mercy. You trying to take down Sheduer, and you're going to tell him, I told you God works in mysterious ways. Let's see if Andrew Berry protects Sheduer, since he want to take all the credit. And let's see if Kevin Stefanski need to supply a mercy against that karma that's coming his way. But people talking about Sheduer only had a 13-12 record or a 12-13 record. What's Kevin Stefanski's record? Is it 44-40? Kevin Stefanski is not fit to hold Shiloh Sanders cleats. One more time. Kevin Stefanski is not fit to hold Sheduer Sanders' cleats. And let me tell you why. Sheduer's record at CU was compromised. Kevin Stefanski is the head coach in Cleveland. He's responsible for everything and everybody that's on the field. Am I right? So once again, his under 500 record makes him unfit to hold Sheduer Sanders' cleats. Every day I post and tweet and say, reminder, Kevin Stefanski should be fired. And every day it gets more and more traction. So in case you missed it, Kevin Stefanski should be fired immediately. Immediately. All right, let me see what y'all got going on since this commercial. So, it's just it's starting to all come together, right? You see Mary Cabot running on the other side, talking about legendary, Sheduer Sanders, dazzle, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, he legendary now. Well, last week, y'all were pigeonholing him to QB4. A lot of people flipped last night. Shiloh out there beating his chest. Let me see. Let me look at the replay. Trying to see what Shiloh got going on. But everybody switching up sides, right? They switching sides. But Stefanski is hell bent. He wasn't even happy in his press conference. Doug Williams is out there. Oh, his name is up there. He must have retired his jersey number. All right, y'all. I'm looking for Shiloh. I think he's bottom right, top right of the screen, top of the screen. Is that Shiloh? Shiloh's having a good game. So yeah, Barry switching up, Cabot switching up. Some people say they like tit for tat. You could tell because they say listen to the way they report and talk. They use the same verbiage. Maybe that's why they was on the same side yesterday. Maybe because they know it's up to Stefanski and there's nothing they could do. So they just, pretended. It wasn't me. All right. Shiloh looked like he was going to try to get him one. Boy, Shiloh get a interception in this game. Y'all know he going to do his J6, J5, Jackson State. All right, looking at the highlights. Let's see. They were trying to get to the quarterback, but he was protected. They playing. Yeah. All right. They on the side. Let's see. It was Pittsburgh. Did Pittsburgh, who won the game? Okay, let's see. It looked like I don't know what's happening. A punt return? Yeah, punt return. Okay. It said Grossi will for sure after Sheduer rolled up on him, right? I want to see if he gonna change his tune. They said Rizzy, the older guy in Cleveland on ESPN Cleveland, said he was yelling. They were arguing back and forth because Grossi likes Dylan, and I'm like, I don't care who you like. And he was, listen to this, y'all. I said I want to talk about this tomorrow. Listen to this. So Grossi was on air with Rizzy, right? Rizzy is the guy he likes Sheduer. He said I want to see what he could do. Grossi was like, how does he have arm soreness when he doesn't really get any reps like that? And Rizzy was like, because he goes out there early and he stays late. Grossi was like, well, that wasn't very smart. Now remember, right after the draft, I think it was Luke Poirier said Sheduer Sanders couldn't convince any teams, any NFL teams, meaning the Giants, that he was willing to stay late and show up early like millions of people do. So that's why I say he damned if he do and he damned if he don't, because how is it that he get dragged by a reporter because he stays late and ends up with arm soreness, and then at the same time he get dragged because they assume he don't want to stay late and early. Everything they used against him in the draft, one was a lie and two was subjective, and they have no proof. Today you hear Entourage. That came right out of the mouth of the New York Giants head coach, who should not have a job. Who should not have a job. Should not have a job. These people are they don't like him because he's black. They don't want him to bring his culture with him. They don't want him to bring his wealth with him. He's young, black, and rich. That's what it is. He's young, black, and rich. He has one of the best football IQs coming out of college, if not the best. But they wanted to say he wasn't cerebral. So everything that was positive about Sheduer, when he first got there, they went on the negative about. He had never done anything for them to say he wasn't. And when the speeding tickets happened, they were very quiet, and they still want to get Quinshawn Junkins, but they wanted to use that to hold Sheduer back, which meant they were looking for something to hold him back. And he still emerged as QB1. Kevin Stefanski tried to set him up. It failed. Number 74, if you go watch that play, 8 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock, first quarter, 4th and 1, I want you to keep your eyes on number 74. It's going to look a lot of Colorado O-line-ish. Just that one person, 74. Just check it out. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know I'm not. I watched it a couple of times. So just go back and watch that play. Going back and forth to see Jacksonville and Tampa. Okay, somebody dropped the score in the chat. Shout out to Bucky for the inside footage, right? I'm happy Bucky got his opportunity. I'm happy Bucky got his opportunity. Oh, did y'all hear what he said? So Carolina reproved his request to film. Remember, so Roger Goodell said, yeah, you can film, but each team has to prove it. So Bucky said, Carolina, shout out to Carolina Panthers for approving the request. Guess who submitted it for him? Or guess who worked on his behalf for him to get it? Can y'all guess? Miss Constance, Coach Prime business partner. Yup. So he did well with this one. I'm assuming. I wonder if Cleveland gonna ever let him film. And now that the NFL Network is owned by ESPN, we're going to see how they do. So, yep, shout out to Bucky. I love the roll-up on Grossi. Yeah, it was mature. It was mature. It was professional. And, you know, even Rizzy told Grossi, you have an agenda. He said, you just have an agenda. He does. He does. He has an agenda. So, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad the reporters who are veterans came out and said it happens all the time, because, you know, people was trying to go in. Oh, he need to stay in his lane. I'm like, that is his lane. See, people who have access like Grossi does, they like to misuse it. They like to abuse their access to the players because they know the players typically can't say anything, right? So they go in to try to devalue these players. They go in, defame these players, because, you know, while you can sue for defamation against a reporter, it's pretty difficult, but you could do it. You definitely could do it, but you're just going to be time consuming and you're going to have to spend some money. So sometimes it's worth it just to be mature, just to have some self-worth and say, hey, what I do. And I don't know who was standing next to Sheduer, but when Sheduer was getting ready to talk to Grossi, somebody else was getting ready to say something. He turned to that guy and said, oh, excuse me. I was like, yeah, put these people around you in check before they get you messed up. Don't let nobody who around you think that they can speak for you. You be quiet. I don't even know who that was. I don't even know who it was. So Sheduer is very mature. That's why his nickname is Grown. So we're going to see how Grossi act going forward. I wonder if they let people call in on that show. I don't know. I don't think so. Andrew Berry was over there near hugging Sheduer. Yup, he was. It said Cam gone. What does it say? Cam game definitely wasn't like Sheduer game. No. I love how Sheduer confronted Grossi. Yup. You and a lot of people. He works too much is a character flaw. Right, that's crazy. But then you said he was never going to show up early and late like millions of people do. Like you was calling him lazy on the cut. That's what you were doing. It's crazy how they trying to boldly use stereotypes. Like, y'all gonna get the hell out of here with that. He just mad Sheduer wakes up daily, right? That's it. As simple as that, Amber. It says Sean and that ball shouldn't have jobs, right? They should have been fired last year. Sean for sure. And see what happens when you let Eagles stay around? They mess it up for you. Now they under a microscope too. The way Sheduer addressed a reporter wasn't like how Prime did. Prime threw water on his head after a Braves game. You know, I remember that in a documentary. People talked about that. But you know what people don't understand? Sheduer's his own man. He's Coach Prime's son, but he's his own man. And to be honest with you, that was just an excuse to hate on Sheduer, because how stupid is it for you to devalue a player, still draft him because you don't like his daddy? You didn't say nothing about Shiloh. That's how you know it's because Sheduer is a black quarterback. Look at what's going on with Cam. To say out loud, if Cam is the starter, if you drafted him number one, paid him $48 million guaranteed, why the hell wouldn't he be the starter? 17-32, people. That's what it is. Titans 7, Bucks 13. Okay, yep, the score is still the same. I think all of the loudness and entourage comes with now. Oh, you mean his brother? Because he's there? No, because I don't even think Bucky could even get in the interview. I don't even think he could get in the interview. Well, they said Bucky was a cameraman. That was crazy. Big weekend for CU Neffs. Yep. Oh, and speaking of nephews, the uncles are getting into it. So people are calling it out. All of the uncles that were at the game supporting, y'all saw, of course, on the ground, you know, you had all the 12 jerseys worn by the unks, right? Unk and them, or however you want to say it. And then you had the celebrity unks. You had the baby, you had Jamie Foxx, and they all showed love to Coach Prime. And what I thought was nice on the ground, on the field, were the Carolina Panthers players showing love to Sheduer, telling him he the truth. Loved it. I want to see. I'm like, Jerry Judy, you just not gonna show your Facebook? Sheduer handled his hater way better. I mean, he's his own man, right? He's his own man. Hell no, it's a lot of people starting to talk about Flacco and his son and how his son clowned him doing an interview. Did y'all see that? His own son was talking about he's not good. I'm like, oh. They had Flacco out for a family day, and they had some reporters asking his son's questions. His son looked to be about a preteen, I would say. He could be 13. He didn't have nice things to say. He didn't have nice things to say at all. It went viral on IG. Check it out. It said he appeared to be the same guy at the baseball game with Sheduer. Maybe he played for them. I don't know. You talking about Njoku? It was nice to see Bucky's intro coming in with select QB. Hell, they don't even talk about him. And he should definitely be somebody's quarterback coach in the NFL, some team, because he's good. I heard them say Caleb Williams got a new quarterback coach. I was like, they should have hired Daryl Colbert Jr. I wanted Milroe to work with him. Milroe balled out too this weekend. Let's see if you hear about it next week. See, they know they can't suppress Sheduer. They don't talk about Cam. He don't have no aunties and uncles showing up to talk about him. So it's working, right? They suppressing him. They making him compete. Nobody calling it out, because why? He don't have that kind of support. Same thing with Milroe, which is why he over there quiet in Seattle, because he don't have nobody to stand up for him. Sheduer got fans that he bringing to the game, fans that he bringing back to the game of football. The people repping Cleveland and Carolina was crazy. and they had good seats. And the cameraman was doing his thing. One thing about the Panthers, they know how to take advantage of the media. There's a video, a photo of Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, and Flacco on the side. Flacco and Dylan Gabriel and I'm trying to see. Okay, Dylan Gabriel and Deshaun Watson both look like they were contemplating life. Deshaun Watson looked like he was getting ready to text his wife, baby, go ahead on, put the house on the market because we're not going to be here long, fast, because you might be there, but they're not going to let you play. So it looked like realization began to set in with Deshaun Watson and Dylan. Dylan looked like he don't know what he's going to do. But look at Flacco's face. Look at Flacco's face. Flacco was cheesing. Like he trained Sheduer. Maybe he did give him some tips. We don't know. Look at Flacco's face. He looked like, yep, I can go on retire now. He on one clip, he was like, yep, I can go on retire now. He was just kind of walking up down the side. When I saw this clip and somebody said that Flacco had good things to say about Sheduer, I said, I believe it. I believe it. The way people treat you, the way they react to you, around you, tells you how they feel about you. Kevin Stefanski already speaking word riddles, right? Speaking in riddles. Daniel Oyefuse posted. He asked him, "Oh, is that Sheduer? Is that Shiloh?" Look, I'm trying to watch. Y'all let me know if Shiloh do something in the chat. let me know. Shiloh up the chat and tell me what he did, because I'm trying to talk and see at the same time. But I think that was him. So, Kevin Stefanski did a press conference. I didn't watch it. And I read about what he said because I refused to give him my time. So I was looking at something else and I saw what he said. And Daniel Oyefuse, that's where I got the info from. Daniel Oyefuse said Kevin Stefanski was asked about Sheduer getting reps. This, that, and the other. And he said, yeah, we're going to have to look at all the injuries and see where everybody is with the injuries. That was his answer. Injuries. He's definitely enemy number one. And he should be fired. And I'm going to keep saying it. Since after Sheduer had an amazing game, everybody can say he's QB1. All they did was ask you, was he going to get more reps? They didn't ask you, were you going to promote him from QB4 to QB3? All he had to do was say what's obvious. Yes, what the injuries have to do with it. So people got to not be injured for Sheduer to get more reps. They were injured in Cleveland and Sheduer still didn't get no more reps. This man is enemy number one. Watch his life catch on fire. Watch his life catch on fire. Watch what I tell you. He's the first one that got to go. See, his behavior is the reason I believe that the GM hopped on the other side. Other than he trying to take credit for Sheduer's pick after he got thrown under the bus, he not trying to stand with Stefanski. Now, I feel like Stefanski has thrown Barry under the bus twice. So maybe Barry like, I'm going to scoot over here with Sheduer, take this credit right fast and let Stefanski catch this burn. They know what his thoughts are. They kill me, people like Grossi and Stefanski. They want Dylan to work out. But see, culture comes from the top. This is the owner's doing. If the owner wasn't aligned with that, Stefanski would have been fired. No owner. You think Jerry Jones would let any head coach that he handpicked, as horrible as they are, that he handpicked, put Sheduer in the back if Sheduer is good? Sheduer and Dallas will have the number 2. I still think that's where he's going to end up. I think Stefanski going to keep playing around, and that's what's going to force a trade. Watch. Because he already trying to go back to Cleveland. But let's see what the injuries are. See, he's basically saying Sheduer isn't better. It's just preseason. I'm like, I don't give a damn if it's preseason, regular season or not. Sheduer was surgical with it. He managed the huddle. He managed the game. He made excellent decisions. Once he realized 74 was tripping, he got it done. This was against the ones. He bowed out against their ones and twos. he don't get credit from Stefanski at all, which means Stefanski is not creating a supportive environment, organizational malpractice. Stefanski has already created a toxic environment. Whoever forcing Jerry Jeudy to share a locker with Joe Flacco and Jerry Jeudy can't say a word, it lets you know that there's been talking points. Number 74, the only one who couldn't protect for Sheduer on one crucial play at 4-1 that Kevin Stefanski set up, when all you were supposed to do was run the ball in. You do not pass the ball because you making the quarterback back out the pocket to go 1 yard when the running back, all he had to do was lean forward. So Stefanski wanted Sheduer to look bad with that play. I'm going to go deeper dive into it tomorrow because I got a screenshot of the play. I want you to see where everybody was, where all of the linemen and defenders were, who was paired up, and who was running behind the guy sacking Sheduer. It looks so Colorado-ish because that's exactly what it was. Setting him up. 74 was the only one that didn't have a guy. And he was trotting behind. He wasn't hurrying. He wasn't hustling. It said, truth ain't true. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. It said he appeared to be the same guy at the baseball game with Sheduer. Yeah, I don't know who that would be. Will Shepherd just caught a Definitely gonna watch the highlights. Definitely gonna watch the highlights. Anybody know the score of Green Bay? If it's in the chat, I don't see it. Let me know. Prime was like 24 years old, right? And you know the way they were treating him was they were worse. They were worse with Coach Prime. See, they trying to be like they were with Coach Prime. This is a different era. This is a different era. And after Sheduer talked to Grossi and they kind of laughed and went on or whatever, you know what people were saying? Somebody, you can't help but love Sheduer. I said, that's why we like Sheduer. He gonna stand on business every time. See, they think he's his father. No, he not. But he ain't gonna shy away from nothing either. He probably gonna go about things differently, but he gonna step to you. It's also a different era. Hell, you can't blame Coach Prime because back in 89, if they trying to be outwardly racist now, so calling him lazy on the cool, using stereotypes, talking about an entourage, this, that, and the other. Imagine what the hell they was doing in 89 before social media, before camera phones, before the public could see what's going on. There was no transparency back then. So I don't blame Coach Prime because you see how they're trying to do Sheduer, which is why Coach Prime wanted to be instrumental in where Sheduer goes. And he figured he could because they lured his son and him and made him feel like y'all are family and friends. We got y'all. You think Jerry didn't talk to Coach Prime about getting Sheduer? Of course he did. The young man with Sheduer was Tony Brown, right? We pointed that out. Yep. Will Shepherd caught a pass. Somebody let me know the score. Bucky could not go into Sheduer's press conference. Right. So I knew Bucky could only go so far. Bucky was there. Yep, he sure was. We lucky they're not doing this to Shiloh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke. Yeah, they already having a hard time trying to control Cam. I think they be laughing, but I think they be scared. They be laughing because they had a fight in practice. They had a fight. Touchdown. 49-44 good running backs for Tampa. Tampa gonna be good. Tampa's gonna be good. I want to see Teddy Bridgewater get in there, but it's probably gonna be next week. It's crazy how Huntley could get out there in 24 hours, but Teddy Bridgewater can't. I even seen Willie tonight with the Packers. Yep, drop the score, somebody. Oh, wait. Is that it right there? Oh, Pittsburgh 31, Jacksonville 25. Why Jacksonville not winning? They should be winning. Somebody let me know what the score is with the Packers. I'm trying to see. Milroe played well. He balled the hell out. Their game ended in a tie. 23-23. I was like, ooh. I was like, see, they playing 16, 17, and 18. Keep paying attention. 16, 17, and 18. Coach Prime and the Buffs, first team ever watched and supported. Yep. And, a lot of people said, somebody said they were like 72. And this was their first time watching an NFL game because of Sheduer. I heard the announcers last night, talk about Sheduer's number at Jackson State. How he did at Jackson State. His QBR rating last night was a 108. I wanted to Google and see what other quarterbacks have a 108 QBR. I wanted to see. I think it was 108, which is pretty good. I think somebody had an 88. So I knew his was good. I think that's right. I didn't know Flacco. You didn't know Flacco what? With tall. Yeah, no, Flacco is tall. Wait till you see him stand next to Dylan Gabriel. Woo. It said Doughboy and the baby in attendance. I saw the baby. I don't know who Doughboy is. Sorry. Sorry, Val. I don't know who that is. I know who Jamie Foxx is. I know who the baby is. Oh, they even showed Lou Young. He played ball at Georgia Tech. Y'all know who Lou Young is. He was always imitating Coach Prime. He has his viral skits on YouTube. So he was celebrating. Yeah, I need the uncles to get out there. We need to get out there. Show up in droves. See, that's what they don't want. That's why you got to do it. Flacco is good sitting behind Sheduer. Facts. Yep, Flacco is very tall. Where Sheduer go, I go. There you go. Flacco was smiling during the game. Yeah, Tina. Because I think he was happy. He seemed genuinely happy for Sheduer. They said things, I didn't hear him, but he seemed genuinely happy. He really did seem happy. Flacco dreaming of a fully paid vacation. Facts. Flacco like, hey, I play 1 or 2 games, but he got it. I get $4 million for just being out here every week for 18 weeks. Kevin can't give a straight answer to say, like, no, not at all. I'm like, bro, you gonna get fired. I'm gonna keep saying it, but it's gonna happen. I'm like, you don't even have a winning record, and you trying to judge a kid, and you trying to play the public by saying there's a competition. He won the fake competition twice, and now he got to wait and see what happens with the injuries. All he gonna do is pick it out there and deal it out there and embarrass them. Flacco ain't stupid. He gonna find a way not to be embarrassed. Flacco was like, woo, I may not have to get there. Right. And I'ma still get paid. $40 million last year, 46 again this year. Come on, bro. Oh yeah, Dylan. Deshaun, 46 million last year, 46 million this year. See, my thing is they are too confident. The media is too confident when they say Deshaun Watson has played his last snap because they already know he has played their last snap. See, I think Deshaun Watson feel like they rescued him, just like they want us to think Barry rescued Sheduer. No, he didn't. His ass was in on the setup. We're going to use him. He better run in there and hold Stefanski accountable or get rid of him or do something. He the top executive, so that was some double speak. Yeah, from Stefanski. I'm like, bro, the fact that you could even say that, the fact that you trying to allude to the fact he not that good, I still got to go by the injuries. In other words, the guys in front of him that are still injured, I don't know. I'm like, I want to see Dylan get out there. Oh, I sent out a poll. Let's see what it say. I sent out a poll earlier today on YouTube. I shared it to Facebook. I shared it to X. I didn't share it to Thread. Let's see what it says. I asked the question, who should be the starting quarterback for the Browns? Who should be the starting quarterback for the Browns next week versus Philly? Let's see what the consensus is. What Browns QB should start next week versus Philly? 77 people voted. 74% of that 77 said Shiloh Sanders. 21% said Dylan Gabriel. 4% said Kenny Pickett. And 1% said Tyler Huntley. I thought Tyler Huntley would have got more votes. That's interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Kenny Pickett got 4%.
I didn't put Flacco on there because they're not gonna let him play anyway. They got him in bubble wrap. So Cleveland already gonna have a hard time trying to cut Sheduer. That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. They gonna have now. Kevin Stefanski think he gonna keep Sheduer in QB4. That's not gonna happen either. He gonna get told what to do. Watch what I tell you. He gonna get told what to do. He gonna get told what to do. Oh. He hard-headed. That's exactly, when you think of Kevin Stefanski, I want you to think of somebody that's hard-headed. That's probably gonna be my next post. Kevin Stefanski is hard-headed. And watch what happens. You know what happens to hard-headed people, right? You know what happens to hard-headed people. So, you know, they can't cut him. They not putting him on waivers. Andrew Berry kissing up too much, so that means he's not leaving the team. People like him for Cleveland if they let him ball out. The only problem I see outside of the owner who hide behind Kevin Stefanski is Kevin Stefanski. But with the GM cushioning up to Sheduer, let's see if Haslam lets them do their jobs. Let's see if Andrew Berry's rank of GM, which is higher than a head coach, works for Sheduer. Stay tuned. I'm just looking for Shiloh. Let me know if he does something. All right, I think this is it. Did they do an interception? Look like 24 got an interception. Yep, look like 24 got an interception. Titans not doing well at all. Who played quarterback? Everybody else? Okay. So Shiloh wasn't out there on that one. Let's see. Let me look at the replay. 15. Pops up in the air, 24, get it. Shiloh was out there, but he was in the back. Yep. They have a good secondary. They really do. Okay, he got him one. Let's see if Shiloh get him one. Who is playing? Okay, they're on offense now. So as you can see on the screen, this was the poll. Who will start? Who should start next week? Sheduer, then Dillon, then Pickett. Pickett is third behind Dillon. So you know, if Pickett is third behind Dillon, Sheduer gonna be QB2. Sheduer will be QB2. And if Flacco get injured, he gonna be QB1. Yep, the question is, how long is it going to take? That's the question. Since everything for Sheduer has to happen by injuries, that's what he's saying. For Sheduer to get more reps, we gotta check because injuries. Flacco can be like, oh my God, my glute sore. Yep. And you know what? I don't put it past him. Right? I don't put it past him. Flacco knows some of them other players that want to win. Flacco gonna get that money. $4 million. Hell, I don't think the other two hurt. I really don't. The fact that Stefanski is leaning on injuries makes me further believe that they are not hurt. He just needs something to hold Sheduer back. But see, he's the problem. I'm telling y'all, he's the problem. It said Pickett is out until December. What? Who said that? When was that said? What? Pickett is out till December? What? Give Sheduer 2 games and give Gabriel 2 games. Just give Gabriel Philly. Just give him Philly. That's all you got to do. Just give him Philly. He probably not. You know what? If they don't let him play in the Philly game, it's because they know. They know. We talking about the number 1 defense. But let me see. If they put Dillon out there Are they gonna put him out there with the 4s and the 3s that Sheduer played with? Somebody said they thought Luke Floria pulled his hamstring last night too. Let me know if y'all know anything. Let me know. Yeah, I don't think they hurt either. If somebody say pick it out to December, that just means he ain't gonna play it out. But you know what? They went and got him first. Then they went and got Flacco. Then they drafted 2 rookies. I'm like, how you gonna take me off a Super Bowl winning team when I could just ride out with another ring to come over here to this circus? So they probably got to hold on to him. One thing about it, and I mean no disrespect intended, as it pertains to Carolina, Andy Dalton is not the solution for QB2. They might as well just get Huntley or somebody. Matter of fact, they can send Dylan. They can send Dylan over there. Because they can send Pickett to they can send Pickett as QB2. They sure can. They gonna need a backup because Andy Dalton is not it. They showed what looks like the owner or somebody like really high up. Because the GM is really young. Did they score again? Tampa gonna be like that. Tampa gonna be like that. We're gonna have to look at all the buff players on the teams they're on and rank the teams that they're on with their respective divisions. But Tampa is going to be like that. They have good running backs that I've seen, 49 and 44. They got good secondary, good defense overall. It was reported that Pickett's hamstring injury is a grade 2, which makes sense for December. What? So they just took him out the equation. So when Stefanski says we're going to have to look at injuries, he's talking about Dylan. He can keep playing with Dylan if he wants to. He's going to be living at his house. Dylan going to have to take him home with him because them fans are going to stand on his head. I still got the video of when Sheduer got drafted to Cleveland. Them fans was so excited. The ones you hear are the nut jobs. That's the only ones you hear from. And they quiet today. I think the Browns are clueless and don't know. Oh, no, they know exactly what they're doing. The Browns know exactly. See, people want to let them off the hook by saying they don't know what they're doing. They don't want to hold them accountable by saying they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're playing keep away with QB1 for Shiloh Sanders. Not only the best quarterback on their roster in training camp, the best proven quarterback that they have, and the best quarterback they have a chance to win with. And they have a first round pick, so they don't even have to tank the season. They have a verified first round pick, so they don't even have to tank. So they could just win, run it up, make some money, increase their valuation, maybe try to make $1 billion this year, maybe elevate the franchise. But they would rather lose than have a black quarterback lead them to victory. Long term, period, to victory. It don't matter. That's what's wrong with Cleveland. Look at the Giants. They got the same problem. All these bottom feeder teams got the same problem. Titans, I told y'all, they try to be classy with it. See, the Titans making Cam compete. The number 1 overall pick as a QB is inherent QB1, unless he slip on a bar of soap in the shower and is injured for the season. You don't pay. That's the person you pay guaranteed money to, the most money. And you want to make him compete with the guy that failed. And when the guy that failed get hurt, you want to make him compete with a third string backup. What is he competing for? Because they don't want him to win on their team. 17-32. That's why they're not talking about Miro. Miro ball out. Miro looked like Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick last night. Tell me I'm wrong. When they played, he looked like, at one time I was watching him run a play, he looked like both of them. At the same time, the media should be standing up talking about this 24/7. Nope. They can't do it. See, they played themselves. They pigeonholed Sheduer to Cleveland when he became the number 1 overall pick to take him off for 16. They pigeonholed him there just like they did Charles Woodson. They did the same thing. But see, now they playing themselves. They can't do nothing because now the fans are involved. See, you have to appease the fans. We pay the bills, baby. We pay the bills. The ones watching, the because you know all that TV rights money. Where you think you get it from? You get it from us watching. Shiloh back out there? I think so. So if you want to keep that cash cow going with that $250 million that each team gets off of TV rights deals, each team gets, then you got to appease the fans. If you want the stadiums to be full, you're going to have to appease the fans. Fans run this. Unfortunately, Cleveland Browns fans just been dormant for too long. They've been dormant, D-O-R-M-A-N-T, for too long. But now, Sheduer Sanders fans, the new fans he bringing to the NFL, other fans of other teams, I see in the comments all the time. I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan. I'm a this fan. I'm a New York Giants fan. I'm a Jacksonville fan. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of that. I'm rocking with Sheduer. You can't ignore $250 million in jersey sales. You can't be happy to exploit it. Keep talking about him and expect people to be silent that you holding him back. That's a double-edged sword. You want to make money off of him. You put him in our face. People gonna come over and see what's going on, and they're gonna call you out. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. They didn't want to talk about him at all, but when they saw how good the numbers were, how their social media going up, the NFL included, they put him everywhere. You can't have it both ways. You can't take somebody who was a first round projected pick, number 1 overall, number 2 at the latest, when a team lures them in under false pretenses and push them down to 144 because you want to and think you're going to get away with it. They are failing miserably. They look like fools last night. The NFL and the Cleveland Browns look like fools, which is why Andrew Berry was looking like, hey, nephew, what's up? I saw you ball out there. That's why you saw his counterpart that he brought to the cookout with him, twice removed from the family, legendary Sheduer Sanders dazzles. I'm like, legendary? What? Sheduer Sanders did the right thing. And he showed all of them players, just be yourself. What's the worst that's going to happen? If you good, they can't hold you back. See, the rest of them walking on eggshells, except for Myles Garrett. Except for Njoku. The rest of them walking on eggshells. If a player's wife could come out and say, Sheduer Sanders was a hero for going over the Garden Valley, and none of the other players can say it, oh, that's insanity. And Sheduer said it. They didn't want me to do it. Sheduer has been himself. He has done what he wanted to do. He's thriving, and he got so many supporters. See, people respect you when you have self-worth. They respect you when you don't let people walk all over you and let people break you. You got some of these former players out here scared to use the word racism. I'm like, white people use the word racism on social media, so you know you can use it too, right? They use it in their thumbnails and their captions and their conversations. They write documentaries about racism against black people, but you can't even say it. You want to call it weird hate. I don't know why there's such weird hate to Sheduer. I'm like, this is exactly why the NFL is like it is. Y'all have enabled the NFL by sitting there saying, I don't know why, and dumbing down racism to weird hate. This generation is different. And it shows you that the media can't wait to be stereotypical. They can't even do no research and ask, who's the person in the picture with Sheduer? Maybe just ask Google images and they would have told you, oh, that's his teammate, Tony Brown. Maybe look at what he holding in his hand, and maybe look at the other players behind him and the coaches with the Browns jerseys on, and realize that there's a protected space. Use your common sense. But no, they overrule common sense and rationale with stereotypes. Every single time. Every single time. Oh, look at Buckify on the screen, y'all. They showing Buckify. They showing Shiloh dude. Buckify. Hopefully he look up and see himself. I think he recorded himself. Y'all, they showing Buckify. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is Shiloh back out there? What's the score? Because Tennessee has had the ball a lot, but they don't have a lot of points. So did y'all see Buckify? They don't have common sense, facts, because it's obviously they are devoid of common sense. Stefanski too. In case you missed it, Stefanski should be fired immediately. Hashtag pay Sheduer. That's the hashtag I use now. When I talk about Sheduer on X or anywhere else, they got a hashtag that can be used. Hashtag pay Sheduer. He gonna get his money. Nike put up a photo that turned into an ad. Within seconds, it went viral, saying it was just a matter of time. After yesterday, they can't hide. Right, that's why Kevin Stefanski's life is just going to end up in shambles. Bucks 22, Titans 7. Okay, what about Green Bay, y'all? What's the score? What's the score with Green Bay? Ibuka, that's the guy from Ohio State. If Dylan Gabriel wants out, it'll change everything. His agent gonna have to get him out there because he just gonna sit there on the bench behind a 5th round pick. That's what's gonna happen. And then they're gonna stop calling Sheduer a 5th round pick. Dylan Gabriel exposed himself. So this is getting good. How calls the fix is up. Right. You can't do it no more. The NFL is exposed. All people kept talking about. Now, how the hell did he get drafted so late? I'm like, why don't y'all stop asking and just talk about it? Sheduer will start game 1. They're not going to let Sheduer play against Cincinnati unless they want to embarrass him. I think that's the only game they care about winning, to be honest. Uh-oh, somebody got a pick. Number 41, number 46 got him a pick. Is it a touchdown? Or did he drop the ball too early? Did he drop?
On the beach.
Okay, my mic went out. So that's why Flacco, thank you. I just realized that. Thank you so much. I saw the light blink. Russell and Jameson gonna ride the bench, it seems, since Dart showed up. Who did they play? Who did the Giants play? I want to see if we're gonna hear that narrative. It's just preseason for Jackson Dart. But let me know if Dart was out there with the ones, throwing to the ones. Was Malik Neighbors out there? And let me know who they played. And they're gonna set him up too. Because I think they gotta play Philly, right? They gotta play Washington. Thank you, boo. I think I realized that.
Pushing on the beat.
Tampa has a good defense. Thank you, Jay. I realized it. I saw the light blink. Sheduer can leave after year 3. Sheduer can leave after Sheduer gonna be gone. Sheduer gonna be gone after this year, I think. Unless they get a new coach, Sheduer will be gone. Did anyone notice Cleveland and the Panthers praying together on the well-off video? Yes, I didn't see the Panthers, but I thought I saw Cleveland. They were all on their knees. Oh, they were all mixed up together. Okay. I like that Sheduer has brought that element back, or the element to the NFL. I mean, maybe they did that before, but when he answers questions and he was telling them why it is that 12 seconds left. What's the score? Oh, they got roasted. The Bucks got roasted. The Bucks got roasted. I want to hear all of the narratives after all of the wins and losses in preseason to see what people are saying. The Giants and the Bills. Okay. I'm stuck watching Green Bay. Haven't seen Will yet. They said he was out there early already on a punt or something. They said 29-7. They stay getting destroyed. Who we talking about? Why would Cleveland get rid of Sheduer? Because nobody's going to let Sheduer sit on the bench all year. That's why. Nobody's going to let Sheduer sit there. Dart looked good. They were saying good things about him. I don't doubt they were saying good things about him. I don't doubt that because they didn't want to say he looked bad. Let's see if we hear the same narrative for Dart that we hear about Sheduer. It's just preseason. Bucks 29, Titans 7. Oh, okay. Thank you. Y'all notice that Sheduer went out and performed way better. I don't compare Sheduer against Cam. Cam is being put in a horrible situation. So I'm a reserved comment on that. Yeah, you know, he had his animosity, but again, what they doing to him is not right either. So I don't want to pit them against each other. But Sheduer did tell Cam, you know, they're gonna come for you too. And it happened. He thought he was free because they drafted him first. You saw Warren Moon when he hugged him and gave him his #1 jersey, his face, he grimaced because he knew. Warren Moon knows the track record for black QBs in Tennessee. Is he being bullied? They're forcing him to compete. They're forcing him to compete for the overall starting job. So he might not, I don't know what kind of protection he has. I saw what happened to Sheduer at 8 minutes and 12 seconds in the game. So I'm a reserved judgment. I saw the bad play calling for Sheduer, first quarter, 8 minutes and 12 seconds, 4th and 1. So I'm a reserved judgment. Okay, so if my mic muted again, maybe that means I need to get out of here because I am outside. So, can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, thank you, boo. Thank you, JB. All right, so I'm a reserve judgment on Cam. Because I didn't watch the game. I saw bad play calling with Sheduer. I I could see what they were trying to do, right? But supposedly Tennessee went out and got protection for Cam. So I don't know who was playing at the game. So I'm gonna do a little analysis, thank you. I'm gonna have to do a little analysis, a little research to kind of see what really happened. Tampa looks good though. Tampa looks good. I'm glad Will Shepherd got in the game. Travis looked like Travis had a good game. So I think our guys did good. The ones that played today, Shiloh, Will Shepherd, and Travis Hunter. Now, I have to look into BJ Green. I have to look for stats for BJ Green. I have to look for stats for Cameron Silver Craig to see if they got into the game. I don't have any way of knowing right now. Those are the only other guys that played today. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Yeah, Shiloh's team won, Matt. Shiloh's team won. Cam looked like he had only one offensive lineman. He can play behind any O-line. Okay. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next week with the What She Said Sports Lounge, watching the game. Take the poll. Let me know who you think ought to start for Philly. Honestly, some people might think Sheduer did his job. Put Dylan in there. So take the poll. It's on YouTube. Let me know what you think. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. We'll see y'all later. Thank you for the new people that joined us. Thank you for the family members, the friends of What She Said, the members. Thank y'all so much for engaging with everybody. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow. Shiloh did great. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching What She Said Sports. Hit the like button on the way out. If you didn't do it on the way in, and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for watching What She Said Sports. Be sure to join our daily live stream and listen up to What She Said Sports on the go on Spotify. Thank you for watching What She Said Sports. Stay for another video.